Hello, my name is David Dodenweller, and today I'm going to show you how to cook eggs. Now, first thing you want to do before cooking is wash your hands. You don't want to spread those germs. Soap, and dry them off. And we're going to take our cast iron pan and turn it on to a high heat to get it nice and hot. Let that heat up for a minute. Basically, you'll see a little bit of flame, a little bit of steam come off the top, and that's when you know that it's heated up enough. So we'll let that go for a minute. Don't want it too hot because then you'll scorch the eggs. Okay, noticing that there's a little bit of steam coming up. So now we're going to turn down to a medium to low heat. Okay. Take a little bit of oil. We're just going to give it a few drops. You don't want a lot of oil, just a little bit to coat the pan. Okay, first we're going to do an over easy egg, which is the most commonly preferred egg. Give it a crack. As you can see, it starts cooking right away because the pan's hot. With over easy, you want to cook through all the way on one side. So, the way to tell that it's cooked all the way through is the center of the white will start turning white. You don't want it to be clear. If it's clear, it's going to break while you try to flip it. So, once the center of the egg is all white, you're going to take your spatula and slide it under the egg real quick. Over easy, exactly as it sounds. Just do it, flip it over easy like that, and cook the other side till it's solid. You don't want to cook it more than that because then you'll start cooking the yolk and it won't be over easy anymore. With over easy, you want the yolk to be fully runny. The whites on the outside are cooked, but the yolk is runny. Okay, now, you can see that the yolk is still fully runny. The whites are cooked through. That's your over easy egg. Next we're going to do over medium. Over medium starts out the same as an over easy. Crack the egg. Throw it in the pan. Let the whites cook through all the way. I'm going to adjust the heat down to a low heat since the pan's getting a little too hot. Eggs cook on a low heat. If they cook too high, they end up cooking the outside too quick and ends up turning your egg whites brown before the rest of the egg is done. So once your pan is hot, you want to turn it down to a low heat. Okay, since it looks like the white is cooked all the way through, you get the spatula under there, flip it over. And now, as with the over easy, you want it to cook through the white, but you want the yolk to start cooking a little bit too. With over medium, the yolk is going to be a little bit solidified on the outside, but still slightly runny on the middle. So we're just going to cook it a little bit longer than the over easy. Now the egg yolk is starting to cook through. You feel that it's starting to get a little harder. Another flip. Cook through. And once the egg yolk starts solidifying around the outside, then you have your over medium egg. You don't want it to be totally cooked through. You want it to be a little runny on the inside, but more cooked than the over easy. So there you have an over medium egg. Now we're going to do over hard. Over hard starts out the same way as the over medium and the over easy. Back on the egg. Now with over hard, you want both the egg yolk and the egg white to be completely cooked through. You don't want any of the center of the yolk to be runny. Over hard will be fully cooked all the way through. So it's going to take a little bit longer than both the over easy and the over can even let it sit on the original side a little longer, just to let it cook through the yolk a little while. Once the egg yolk starts to cook a little bit, you can tell when it's starting to cook, when it starts to turn a little bit lighter yellow. Then you can give it a flip. As you can see with the over hard, there is no runny parts of the egg left. The yolk will be completely solid all the way to the middle. That's an over hard. Some people call it a fried egg. Basically just fried all the way through. No more runny parts. Next, we're going to do a scrambled egg, which is, in my opinion, the most fun. What you do is you take your bowl, take your egg, crack it into the bowl, and you whip it up with a fork. Get it nice and mixed up. Whip it up real good, and you just pour it right into the pan. Stir it up with the spatula. Scrambled eggs cook really quick, so you don't have to deal with getting the yolk cooked through it all, so it's all mixed in. So once you got it scrambled, let it sit for a couple of seconds on one side, flip it over, and there you have it. There's your scrambled eggs. Now we're going to turn the pan off. And there you have it. That's how to cook eggs.